Meta Munch Hour episode. Who cares? We're back.
Finally, you adopted the.
It's mostly because I literally don't fucking remember.
Which is great.
I usually know.
Is I win.
I usually know at least what episode it is before you object, but this time I don't even have I don't remember, bro. It took a while before we recorded, right? When was the last time we recorded an episode? It was
could it been a year? Have been a year?
I mean, I think it was the beginning of the COVID crisis, right? The pandemic. I'm pretty sure it was right at the beginning, March.
So that's more than a year.
I'm trying to remember if you came here with a fucking mask on your face or not.
I think I did come here once after COVID.
With a mask, right? I remember something like that. So yeah, and the COVID is 2 years now, right? Running.
Almost.
Yeah. So at least a year plus,
that's
let's
what
say.
I said. I think it was September last year.
Fuck, man. Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah. And it's crazy because the last episode that we recorded, which was really good, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was the two-parter.
Yes, it was.
This one will probably be one as well. And I enjoyed it a lot. And I remember we said, okay, we're going to record we're going to start making this a bit more often and consistent. Yeah, not an annual one or biannual one. And then COVID hit, right?
Yes.
And fuck, man. I mean, it hit hard. We didn't think it's gonna last this long. I mean, at first we didn't think that it's gonna last that we'll be recording an episode nearly a year plus later, and this shit will still be going on.
I don't know. I kind of early had the opinion that we're gonna have to learn to live with this.
Yeah, you did, and I did as well. But when I'm saying we, I'm using the royal we. We as the human race, the world didn't know that it's going to be
the world was in kind of hopes that it would blow by. Yeah.
Yes,
at least it felt that way.
Yeah, people thought it would be there would be a vaccination, and then it would be dead, or maybe even before that. But
or become weak enough to be negligible.
Yeah. Anyway, by the way, just so you know, YouTube doesn't allow talk about COVID-19, open talk about it. They censor that shit. So it doesn't really matter because we're so fucking small. Nobody in YouTube would ever hear or see this shit. But just so you know, it's one of the many, many, many things that YouTube has decided to start literally censoring and blocking and banning people for doing those things, talking about, voicing their opinions about things. Yeah.
So racism and dissent, the terror appraisal, I don't know, snuff information, all are okay. But don't talk about the COVID.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's do you follow Twitch at all? Is there any streamers that you you watch streams in Twitch ever?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, so Twitch, the new Twitch meta, if you will, right now is.
I know there's a big thing now with the trans community. They're being attacked.
I didn't hear about that. Or maybe I heard, but I didn't investigate it further. But I'm talking more about the whole way of how Twitch operates these days. Is so fucking gross and disgusting, really. As someone who's been following this website since it was Justin TV. It was Justin TV before it became Twitch. I'm talking I don't even know how many years ago. 8 years ago? Shit, it's been a long time. 10 years ago? Something like that. Almost a decade, I feel like.
Let me see if I get this straight. You don't like the heavy user interaction?
No. That's not my issue at all.
They added or what? The monetization?
No. It's more of what
collection of the things.
I was connecting it to the YouTube thing of how YouTube decides what to censor and what not, and they become the editors of the whole fucking site. And the same thing with Twitch, but with Twitch it's so disgusting because you see it's what makes them money is more important than anything else, including the values and rules that they themselves talk about and preach about and hold everyone who is not the demographic that gives them the money that they need and want they'll ban small streamers if they break the slightest of terms and and laws that they make new ones every day. But you can have the whole main fucking Twitch. You can have a bunch of fucking women with bikinis sucking on fucking microphones, all right, shaped like ears. It's called ASMR. And the ASMR meta. By the way, just a reminder, guys, that we're two fucking boomers talking here. The ASMR meta is basically women dressed with nothing, which is cool. I'm cool with it as a man. I love it, sure. But why is that okay? Why is that okay? Seeing women like on four, like with their ass in the air, sucking on the fucking microphone, like deep throating that shit like it's a fucking cock. All right, I'm sorry, it is what it is. And that's okay. That's front page shit that your kid could see right now.
I know.
Wait. Let me finish the point.
I know a streamer girl. Her name. I know Amran.
Yes, she's like the main.
She's like the queen.
She's the main bitch, as they say. She's the ringleader. You know what I mean? And she's smart, man. You gotta hand it to her, because she finds a way around Twitch rules, and she got banned like 25 times, and she's always back. And like other smaller like people who like make music and innocent shit, like talk about life and stuff, get banned because they show the TD by mistake or something like that. It's
You're
ridiculous.
not the first person that I hear this from.
Yeah, my point is they allow that. They allow Amaraf and many girls like her to do whatever they want. But if you like you say the wrong word, or like you say the N-word by mistake, or in the background there's a movie, a violent movie, and there's like a TD, an R-rated movie, there's a TD or an ass, you get banned for that. If you're not Emiraf or one of those big boys and girls, mainly girls, let's be honest. And that's disgusting. And that's what Twitch allows, the staff allows this, because they have interests from this. Not only money, by the way. Some of them for sure get sexual favors from these girls, for sure. No doubt about it. For sure.
I'm shrugging here.
Yeah, I don't even know why I went into that fucking rant. Maybe because I used to love this website and I followed a lot of Twitch people.
The things you say are disturbing. Come on, hypocrisy from any company would annoy me. This becomes much stronger when this is a public communication company.
Yeah.
A company that has direct control over media and content that is available to all ages.
Yes.
When specific laws in countries around the world prohibit you from influencing children in any way, both emotionally or psychologically.
Right.
You're not supposed to target them at all until they're 18.
Yeah.
And the US has these rules, these laws for sure. Okay? So this is just like so many other things on the internet that the laws, the governments are not keeping up with technology, with
right.
the new fronts of legitimate. No.
Legitimate.
From laws. Legislative.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
My train of thought is crashed into a mountain.
Bro, we're fucking high as fuck. That's part of the format. We always say this every fucking episode. It's part of the format. It means that at some point our train of thoughts will get disconnected and we'll start talking about something else.
And by high, he means we are happy.
Yeah, high as fuck. Anyways,
happy.
What you were starting to say that there is laws.
The laws don't keep up with the new fronts of
media.
Media. It's not just media. It's environments.
No.
You got suddenly virtual environments, and the internet is not really in any country. You got things that were defined very well in the law. Now have cases in the world that aren't defined by the law, and they need to make new laws.
Agreed. That's like old news. That's like
So they
are catching up, but extremely slowly because it's a bureaucratic world, right? It's everything. It's politics, right? It's politicians that make these rules. So and they live in a very bureaucratic world, and it moves extremely slow in that front, and the technology moves extremely fast. technology and the internet, it just keeps getting weirder and expands, and you get sites like Twitch that now won't allow to even the streamers, they're not allowed to listen to music because they'll get DMCA'd because it's an ancient law. DMCA is an ancient law for the old time when you used to have CD records, physical records, CD records. You know what I mean? It's so fucking stupid, bro.
And you're telling me the law is keeping up?
No, I'm saying it's not keeping up. I'm just saying it's slowly catching
this
up.
law is archaic.
Of course, but we said why? Because it's politicians and it's a bureaucratic world that everything is extremely slow in, and that's what it is. And also, they don't have an interest to do it. They're probably getting money from the people who pushed for those laws in the first place. The big record companies are probably paying money for the right politicians, right? To keep things as they are and to push back against laws because it hurts their pockets.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm not sure. These companies tried to push back when MP3 became a thing.
Yeah.
And they failed.
And what was it? Nestpar? What was the fucking shit? The thing that was for music. That was Napster, yeah.
I'm just saying, you suddenly could get any song you want. You could record them somewhere, and you could download them somewhere or whatever. And they try to fight it, and it took them years to understand they just need to embrace it and start making money there as well. And suddenly you can buy songs for $1 online, and when people realize that they can pay $1 to get a song, they'll just get the song and not go look for it 5 minutes until they find it in good quality, you know? They'll pay the fucking $1.
Yeah, I mean,
and
pirating has dropped tremendously.
Exactly.
Once Spotify came around, pirating disappeared when it came to music. And the same thing happened with fucking gaming, bro. With Steam.
Yes, because people aren't pirating because they
mean.
don't want because they don't want to pay, because they're lazy. As long as they have easy access to what they want, they'll pay you whatever.
Yes, absolutely correct. What you just said is
the
absolutely
Make it
correct.
easily accessible.
That's why I don't understand why gaming companies to this day insist on putting fucking DRM in their games when they know that's not the reason that people fucking used to pirate games. It's not the reason. It's because the way to get those games was difficult in some parts of the country and some parts of the world. You couldn't get the games in the same way that people in America or wherever the game was produced. Most of them in America. And accessibility, just like you said, it's not like they're mean people who just want to cheap out on paying. If they have easy access and an easy way to pay for a product that they want, they will gladly pay as long as the payment is also in reason and not like crazy high, right? They'll do it. It's been proven time and time again. So why DRM your fucking games anymore? Why do that shit?
I'll explain it to you easily. You're saying that it's easier access without the DRM. How so? How does the end player realize the difference when you put the DRM in or not?
Well, there are multiple occasions of DRM. There's one specific that I forgot its fucking name that keeps being mentioned.
De novo?
Is it de novo?
Being mentioned for what? Being shit?
For being shit and actually causing performance issues on the games that it's installed in.
But this is a byproduct of what it's supposed to do.
Which is making pirating difficult.
The byproduct. I'm talking in the idea. In a perfect world, you have DRM that works perfectly. You as the player who bought the game, how would you feel the difference if the DRM was there or wasn't? You wouldn't.
I mean, again, the DRMs, when they affect the actual performance of the game you're playing, of course you'll notice.
But I just said, in an ideal world...
But there is no such thing as enough. We don't live in an ideal world, man.
Of course not. But when you make a plan as a businessman, you don't care about the real world. You care about what you want to happen. And they want the game to have DRM because then it prevents, in their mind, piracy.
But it doesn't. Statistically, it has been proven that it does not. So why do they insist on doing it?
No. Because when you say does not, you are talking as a majority. This is not a 1-on-0 game, okay? if when games don't have DRM, still
They
you
get
probably
cracked.
have.
They get cracked.
Yes.
Anyway,
they get-
right? But then you pirate them.
No, but
You give them more reason to pirate them because they crack them.
sometimes it takes a bit more time, a bit less time. Sometimes not as many people crack it at the same time. And
Sure,
for
that's true.
these business people, if this means another bump of $150,000 in some report somewhere, fuck it, they want it.
Right.
Why not?
I understand that. I understand it completely. I'm just saying. It's like you said before we both agreed to it and it 100%. It's all a bit a accessibility, an ease of access.
But that's what
issue.
I mean. This does not affect your ease of access. When you talk about the performance issues, you are talking about like a hardcore gamer. You think that
I see what you're
some
saying.
guy,
I see what you're
16-year-old
saying.
kid who gets this game from his parents knows or
I
cares if there's a DRM in there?
I see what you're saying. I guess not on that
The players that care that this performance hits them for the DRM are such a tiny percentage.
I don't think so though. I think anyone who is a PC gamer by nature is more inquisitive about the performance of his machine, right?
Not to a level that he gives a shit. Because if this was affecting a large enough demographic that buys this game, then this would have been changed because they would have whined about it enough. The pressure would have been too high.
But it is changing. Many games are removing the fucking de novo thingy. They
I've
are.
been hearing this for years.
No, they are. You can check. You want me to show you? I mean, there are many games that are every week. I hear about a new game that got the DRM removed because they know it's useless. Now they're only using it. They started using it only for the first few months of
That's
the
what I
game
mean. So
to stop people from pirating, obviously. But again,
that's what I mean. So they use it. They still use it. Doesn't matter if they remove it later. Who cares?
I don't know. I don't see the point of it at all. Of having it in the first place. I see it as
we agreed on this, but we are talking about a consumer.
I see it as sunk cost
perspective.
fallacy, to be honest, of the companies. They don't want to remove it because they already spent money on the technology.
Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
what I see.
Maybe. That's also a possibility, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You and I agree about it, but we are talking about the perspective of the consumer.
True, but that's what we are, right?
Sure.
And this is the podcast. It's
but
mostly about gaming, right?
You're pondering why would they do this. You know why would they
I
do
know why they do this. I just don't understand how they're still doing it for so long, for when it's been proven that
Come
it's
on,
not
these
successful.
companies don't get off the fence on much stupider stuff.
Yeah, of course.
They sometimes die on such ridiculous heels. Only not to go back on something stupid.
Yeah,
they said.
you're right about that. You're right about that. But I wanted to ask you about something else, though, because we're never going to leave this rabbit hole. You've recently started playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
A game that I've talked about a lot in previous podcasts that we recorded. Check them out if you want and leave a like and all that good shit, because why not?
Our one Polish listener already watched it.
Listen, bro. Listen. Whoever is listening, the two or two people, just press like.
Why do I assume they are male?
I'm saying they.
Just said bro.
Bro.
Bros.
Or bronette.
Bros. Plural.
Bros and sis, okay? Sisters and brothers.
Non-defined, any gender.
Yeah, this
doesn't matter.
It's 2021.
Non-binary.
It's almost 2022, man. I gotta be careful of what I'm saying. Everyone, okay? Everything and everyone.
Super inclusive.
I don't care if you identify as a fucking doorknob, okay? I respect you, my brother and sister and doorknob, okay? I respect all of you. Now, please press the fucking like button. Thank you. Now, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. Please. There's so much I want to ask you about that game because I talked about it a lot and I want to hear your perspective on it.
Well, I'll start with something that is personal and related to the game. And that is, when we discussed it then, I had a shittier computer.
A lot shittier.
Yeah, exactly. Like Al Bundy's Dodge. That thing was running the modern games at minimum requirements, and smoke would come out from the computer.
What a legendary car, though, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that thing lasted a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Though I had to replace a lot of the inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I think the motherboard could have was too old now. Anyway,
I was talking about the fucking car, but never mind.
so back then I was contemplating about playing the game, and we discussed about how very demanding it is, and how my machine would probably have to run it at the barest minimum, and even then maybe explode. And
It's a demanding game. It's a demanding
the
game.
very, very, very good idea was to wait.
The very what?
Good idea was to wait.
Yeah.
Because my machine now is a monster.
Yes.
The game is running everything on maximum. Everything is on ultra, basically. With the deal, with all the letters and numbers from the NVIDIA.
It's the setup that I recommended you, right? The monster that you have now. The PC.
Yeah, the one that we built together with Rain.
Yeah. It's fucking
Yeah, it's a beast.
3070
all games are maxed and
3070 RTX.
I mean, the games that I know are not optimized well, everything is still maxed, and I'm getting 60 frames per second. You know?
And you've played games with ray tracing yet?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, very cool. I think the one that most impressed me, ray tracing wise, the technology that utilizes the technology to nearly its fullest, I'd say, is Cyberpunk. For many of its faults of the game, we might talk about it later if you want.
Sure, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I know, but I did. I finished it. I have a lot to say about it, but yeah, we'll talk about it later because I want to hear about RDR2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying that the RTX there is amazing. Now, please continue.
Yes. And so, exactly. Because, for example, Horizon Zero Dawn, everyone said it's a beautiful game. And admittedly, it is a beautiful game.
I didn't like it.
It's pretty.
Oh, it's pretty for sure. I didn't
I'm
like
talking
the game.
Graphics-wise, it's a beautiful game. That's what I mean. It's impressive. The character models are well made.
For sure.
Okay, this is important in games like that.
It's a pretty world.
Where the RPG element of a story is a main pivot of the game, main bar, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have shitty character models.
No.
And a lot of games sin at that.
True.
So the game is good, and still, it's not even compared to RDR2.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Not even compared. That game is astonishing.
Yes.
And seeing it with everything on max, man, it makes the immersion perfect. Because it's the world is also so alive, you know.
Yes.
With the animals.
Extremely alive.
Yes.
It's the most realistic,
Yeah.
I'd say, most realistic open world game I've ever played in my life, without a doubt.
Well, the environment is very realistic.
Yes.
And that's what I mean. So being able to run such a game on such high levels, to enjoy this graphic is... Oof. Every time I run the game, I'm like... I'm having a virtual hard-on, you know?
Yeah, I do, because I played it for many hours. I do.
Character models are done so well.
And the voice acting.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
It's
amazing.
Hollywood level.
It's great.
It's like I mean like Oscar-winning Hollywood movies level. Not like I'm not even joking. It's that good.
It's Oscars are gonna get to gaming. Wait, it's gonna be a section soon. Give it time. The popularity of electronic sports now.
I doubt it. You mean as a category of movie that are made on games, as in
games that would have a certain amount of video animations,
cinematics,
with voice acting.
cinematics.
Yes.
You mean?
Yes, cinematics.
No, I'm just so that's what I'm talking
they
about. I'm
give
talking
awards to the voice actors.
I'm talking about. Yes, they do in the industry of gaming, though, not in the
That's what I'm
industry
saying.
of
It's
film.
going to be mainstreamed.
I don't think so. I think it's a different industry. It's a different industry. They're both medias, but it's a different
You can
industry.
say it's a different industry, and yet as ESPN now show you electronic sports games on prime time.
You're talking about esports, right?
Yeah. So this is a short way from there to the Hollywood realizing there's money there.
Oh, of course they realize there's
So
money
if
there.
there's money there, they're gonna mainstream it. Don't you understand?
But Hollywood's way of mainstreaming is making a fucking movie out of it, bro. And they're making a lot of movies out of games,
Sure,
and
but if you want
99.9 of them are utter shit.
doesn't matter if because they are transferring it to the population that won't be enjoying the gaming world anyway.
Let's stay on target. I don't want to continue arguing. I want to hear again. What else do you?
What argument?
The argument that we're going on now, because we keep going away from RDR2. You know what I mean? I want to keep you on target.
Okay, so the game is beautiful.
Yes.
Character models are amazing. The voice acting is amazing. The game is very polished. Very.
Yes.
No bugs. No glitches. Minor things. I encountered minor things. Minor things.
There are bugs, but minorly. Nothing game breaking at all. It's not Cyberpunk.
It's things that I'm not even sure if they are a bug or just like a design oversight.
Okay.
You know, like some pelt disappearing because I got too far from it or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bug. I think it's a design oversight.
Could be.
You know? And this is the kind of things that I encountered. Nothing, of course, not game breaking.
Yeah, no, nothing even close.
I am a seasoned poker player.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, so you enjoy playing poker in the game?
I have played a lot of online and computerized poker game.
Right.
This is the most fun one I ever encountered.
Because of the way that they interact with each other and stuff like that?
That gets to the same lines again very fast.
It's funny.
It's funny, sure, the first times. The third time, it's like, okay, shut up.
So you're making a lot of money on poker?
And it's like very annoying there that the winning animation is the same with just the different character model.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if you play a lot, I didn't play a lot of poker in the game. But
doesn't matter, and you can skip it, you know? It's like, okay, I've seen this animation 15,000 times, let me skip it.
So you can say the same about any animation that you do repeatedly in the game, like skinning.
And this is one of my criticisms.
Gripes, yes.
This is one of my criticisms. It was very immersive at first, but it's a game, and at some point, some things I want to skip. You know, it's like, okay, I enjoyed and you know, immersed myself in this part of your game. It's a V. Let it go.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like they're forcing you to marry it. And it's like, dude. Not cool. Anyway, but we are sliding here because we're getting to the criticism. What was I saying?
We were talking about all the good things about the game so far.
No, but I said something about the
animation, voice, world is beautiful, the attention to detail. You're saying that there's very, very small bugs, minor bugs.
Yes.
And
yes,
you want to get to the criticism, or do you still have more good things to say?
That's what I think. I think I had a train of thought.
About what? About positive? Another positive?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can add my own opinion of the game.
I'll say something that you said in the last time.
Yeah.
Play it in first person. It's super immersive.
Right.
You fucking feel like a cowboy.
Okay. Yeah. You're playing it, and that's why you're doing it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I can't remember. I think I tried like both. Like I did both. I enjoyed both. Like I like in cinematic parts. I used it.
Cinematic parts usually go third person anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I if I ever do if I'll ever replay that game, I'll probably do it all on first person, and they'll for sure update it with like ray tracing at some point. They already have DLSS in there, so which is an amazing fucking technology, by the way.
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah, and you're probably getting extremely steady FPS easily.
Yeah, it's 60.
Yeah,
okay.
and you're in 2K resolution and everything on max, right? Easy.
Yeah.
So I did when I played the game, which is like when it came out. It's 2 years now, something like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
There was no DLSS, and there were a bit more bugs, and because it wasn't as polished as it is right now.
And it was transferred from console.
Yes.
It was,
that's not exactly true. Rockstar always develop PC versions that are like separate They like have a division, a PC division. They started the whole fucking company on PC. You know
But
what I mean?
then, wait. If they have a whole division that develops this shit for PC in
Yeah, of
parallel, why leave the same annoying console UI?
Well, what do you mean? Did you play this with fucking controller or not?
No, with keyboard and mouse.
So what do you mean about?
Come on, you know when a
controller?
game is ported from the consoles.
What
Because
the weapon wheels?
Weapon wheels are I'm okay with. So lots of games in PC do that.
Yeah.
But hold the button and with a timer around it. And,
So that's why you're playing this game in first person, because I played the whole game with controller. So I was third person most of the time because I feel like it's more, it fits the controller scheme
if
better.
we played the Beta Munch Hour, where we talk about RDR, your words that come out of your mouth are, I'm playing this in first person. It's so fucking immersive. You feel like a cowboy.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
that was while I was still playing the game. In mid playing it. I haven't finished it yet. So I can tell you that at some point I've
You switch to third.
yeah, because it's very hard aiming with a fucking controller when you're in first person mode. It's even with the fucking auto lock. It's hard, man. So I said I remember telling myself, okay, I'll do this. I did some of this playthrough in first person. I don't want to play with fucking keyboard and mouse in this specific game because I usually don't play Rockstar games with keyboard and mouse. I usually enjoy playing it with controller. They're very fitting for a controller. And so I played in third person, and I enjoyed it a lot. But I said in my mind, I said, if I'll ever play this game again, which will be not anytime soon, but if they'll bring RTX into it, that'll be a good reason for me to come back for it. I'll play it in first person for sure, and probably in keyboard and mouse, because I hate playing first person games with controllers.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I generally don't like controllers. I'm so not familiarized with them.
yeah, I get it.
It's not a learning curve I wanna try now.
Listen, man, I struggle with controller to this day. I played I recently played the harder game. I played it's not really hard for the hardcore people, but for me, it's an old fart like myself. It's hard, okay? I played the fucking Jedi Fallen Order game, which is pretty fucking good. Respawn guys did it. The guys who made Apex and Titanfall 1 and 2. Good company. And the game is great. All right?
How would you define it in
It's a sci-fi. It's a fucking Star Wars game, bro. I mean, come on.
First
Only
person
it's a good one
shooter,
for a change.
Skyrim game.
Oh no, it's a Souls-like. Okay, the category is a
Souls-like?
Yes, it's the first Souls-like game I ever played in my life, and it's I'll say it's a Souls-like light because it's not as hardcore and hard as like the actual Souls
I
games.
imagine so. EA would never do that.
Yeah, and it's not, but it's still pretty hard. And I played it in the master level, which is one below the hardest, which is pretty hard still. There's 4 levels, I think, right? So I played in the one below the hardest, and for me it was fucking hard with the controller, man. At first, to get the counters just right, and then you die a lot, and you respawn. I died mostly from falling. For fuck's sake, because I didn't make it. There's a lot of puzzles, jumping puzzles in the game, which pissed me off. A whole lot of puzzle of jumping. If you don't like exploration, by jumping and finding stuff to hang out up on and climb and do little puzzles, you won't enjoy the game. But the world is so fucking immersive in Star Wars. In a good way, in old school Star Wars, not in shitty fucking Star Wars of today, right? And the music, the John Williams music blows your mind. It's great, and the characters are good, and the voice acting is excellent, and even the story is good, bro. The story is actually interesting. I'm actually interested in what's going to happen to my main character and the characters around him. It's a refreshing change for a fucking Star Wars game, for me at least. And but it was a hard game for me, man. At the beginning of the game, I really struggled. I even almost became full pussy and reduced the fucking difficulty, bro. Almost. But
yellow.
Yeah, but I manned up and I took a little break and I came back refreshed and I managed to finish the game. It was a good fucking game to play, even with the criticisms that I have of it. And you heard a bit of it. And again, we slid away from RDR2. Well, I get the gist, man. You love the game, but you have issues with it as well. What are your issues with RDR2?
So First of all, you were right. I asked you basically before I bought it if you would categorize it more like Horizon Zero Dawn, exactly.
And what was the other game?
And the other game was Fallout.
Yes. Fallout 4 or 3?
Yeah, 4. Or full New Vegas, whatever. They're all the same to me.
All the first-person ones.
Yeah. All first-person or open world ones.
Yes.
Because I knew RDR is terminalized as... in the terminology, it's called defined as open world.
Yes.
So, open world, I learned, can mean many things.
It's a big genre.
Exactly. Yeah. And not all of them are to my taste. And
yes.
Like an open world experience like in Horizon Zero Dawn, as much as it was an interesting game, was kind of boring.
Blend, right? It's a blend game.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Once you get over the wow factor, it's fucking...
Exactly.
I struggled to finish it.
I struggled to finish it, exactly. Yeah. I was forcing myself because the story was interesting,
and the game,
but it was barely holding me.
True. And the game gets so many, like... crazy reviews, like talking about it as one of the better games of the generation. And I don't get it, bro. I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it.
I really don't.
It's fleshed out, it's polished, mechanically, it's fluid.
Yeah, yes.
The combat is responsive. You know, in a critical view, the game is good.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not.
And it looks great.
You know, exactly. And the graphics are amazing.
Yes.
And like I said, the only thing that made me pull through the board, the tedious board, was that I was really waiting for the next story snippet, you know, because the cinematics were good.
Yes.
And no, the cinematics were good. The character models were good. The
facial expressions are pretty good.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So it was very convincing and I enjoyed it. And this is what kept me. I wanted to see the story end. And I was working hard. I am a completionist. I did not complete that game. No.
Me neither.
Too boring.
I couldn't finish it, man.
Too boring.
I couldn't finish it.
I finished the story.
I got close. But it asks you to fucking grind so many of those fucking dinosaurs, bro. For fuck's sake, I get it. I killed them like 1,000 times already. Why do I need to kill them 1,000 more to reach the end of the fucking story? Bruh. Serious question.
Anyway, so we're diverting because we went to
we keep doing it all the time.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
We're talking about like 30 games already that all around RDR2.
Exactly. So I asked you if it's more like Horizon Zero Dawn or Fallout 4 because both are open world games.
Yeah.
And then you told me, bro, it's neither. It's more like a Rockstar game open world.
Rockstar.
And then I told you, okay, what a Rockstar game open world. And then you were like, have you ever played GTA? And then I was like, yes, I think it was GTA 3, the one where you're from the top.
The isometric one.
It's from the top. It's 2D, you steal cars, and you get the most bonus if you run all the orange people in a parade.
I think it's the first one, bro.
Whatever. That's the only one I played, maybe and that was not open world. So.
Yeah. No, it was not open world. Open world was not a thing back then.
I think we're so old, we're describing a game that no one knows.
The first GTA, like, it's so old, man.
90s?
Bro, it's even, 80s? It's early 90s. Maybe even, we can check, you know, we have a fucking computer here, we can check. We can check. When was the, keep talking though, so it won't be boring, you know? GTA release date.
Listen, so, I had no idea what a Rockstar open world experience is.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's try it. Because you said it's the same like GTA world, which I don't know. And, well, I did. And dude, what the fuck? That's the most horrible save system I've ever seen in my life.
What? In which game?
In RDR.
Oh, you don't like the save system?
Yes. It's frustrating as fuck.
Elaborate, please, as I look for the... Oh, first release, 21 of October 1997. Okay, it's actually a bit later
90s.
than I thought.
Yeah, late 90s.
It's actually late.
No, but that makes sense because it's probably something I played in high school and that's about the years.
Yeah, and the latest release of GTA franchise is 2013, bro. Holy fuck, there hasn't been a new GTA game in almost a fucking decade. That's crazy, man.
I've been hearing on GTA 5 for fucking 8 years.
And that game is still making them millions of dollars because of
the open world one. Not about the online one.
No, not because of that, because of fucking the role-playing, bro. The fucking, in Twitch, there's a whole category of GTA role-playing.
What?
Yes. There's people who play in servers, custom-made servers, okay? That have nothing to do with Rockstar. They only use the technology of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same city, the same everything is the same,
Yes.
but heavily modded, right? Heavily modded. Sorry. So it's a heavily modded version of the game, and you have admins that run the game basically. And inside the game, it's ridiculous. It's a whole city with actual laws and an actual police force, and an actual justice system. And yes, and you have citizens, and you have criminals, right? And you have cops, and you have lawyers, and there's trials.
They're all real players?
Yes, I can show you the category in Twitch right now, right this very moment, bro. Look.
I don't think this is podcast material, bro.
Oh, it is Grand Theft Auto. Look, Grand Theft Auto 5. You go and the highest fucking viewers, and look at the numbers, are playing fucking in a server called NoPixel, GTA RP NoPixel. Right? Look, Rami, 14.1k views. Chen Gang. No Pixel. He's playing fucking GTA 5, a game from almost a decade old, 9 years old. He's playing a game 9 years old on a custom-made server called No Pixel, and there's a whole community around it. And this community rolls millions of dollars every fucking month for everyone involved, both the streamers like this guy and the developers who made this world, and the Rockstar themselves, of course, get their fucking money. Even though they've been extremely bad to modders lately, but they're not touching this one because it's a cash cow for them. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cash cow for everyone who's involved, bro. 15k people are watching this fucking guy playing this game, and this is just an example. You get people with. There's a guy named XQC. He has 140,000.
XQC was from Overwatch.
Yes, he played Overwatch. He plays a lot of games. He's the biggest streamer on fucking Twitch.
I know. He's one of the prime examples of the ones they won't touch even though...
Yes, because he gets to 150,000 concurrent watchers. It's ridiculous, man. Think about it. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also playing this fucking game now a lot. So it's a huge phenomenon. And Rockstar are making so much money from this shit, bro. So they're taking their slow ass time for the
something I need to understand. But the game is still populating NPCs in these.
Yes, it has NPCs.
It's not only players.
No, it's not only players. But right now, this server it started as 36 players. Right now, it holds 250 fucking players at the same time, bro. That's crazy in Los Santos, in the city. Crazy. Now,
250 players is crazy.
It's fucking great for a GTA modded game that wasn't designed to hold so many fucking people in the same time. Yeah, it's fucking.
How do you know how many people it was designed to?
Because the game was released in 2013, bro.
The internet was a pretty real thing
in
2013 to not hold 250 players.
Not in a game, not in a GTA game. It wasn't an open world RPG which was designed. It's not a World of Warcraft game.
There's patches. They can make the software
yes,
better.
It took them many years to make it. That's the GTA no pixel.
I just don't understand the big surprise that the exclamation you had with 250 people. It's not a great number.
250 players in the same time in a GTA servers for a game, for the GTA games, for the GTA franchise is unheard of. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, before Dota 2 became a thing that Valve picked up, it was a modded shit and it had the attention of hundreds of thousands.
What are you talking about? Dota. What has Dota 2 or Dota has that and got anything to do with fucking GTA? I don't get it. With no pixels.
Because this is also something that's modded based on a different game.
Yes, but completely different games. Completely different.
Sure.
One is a competitive fucking online group fucking MOBA game.
Yeah.
And the other is a fucking open world modded city. The Los Santos city, the city of the game, the original game from the GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
With actual people, 200 people, actual people inside the city interacting with each other, making the city seem alive.
Yeah.
And the game itself was not designed from ground up to be like that. It's the modders who made that possible. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you... So your point is, to begin with, this game was designed to be a single-player experience, not an online server experience.
Yes, the online GTA came a bit later. And again, it's not it's not what you think it is. It's not like no pixel with 250. It's like a server with I don't know how many people, like 30 or 40 or 50 max, and maybe today it's more, but it doesn't matter because they're not doing what these guys are doing. They don't have like it's more like deathmatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like killing each other, doing heists.
Yeah.
It's action packed. This one, the no pixel one, is like an actual CD. You have crime, you have action, but it's more realistic. You have consequences to your action. People will put you in jail. You will be put in a fucking cell. You know, and you have to stand there for like months or minutes. So like 100 months is 100 minutes, right? If you get 100 months, so it's a lot. But if you do a serious crime, you get sent to 100 months to jail, bro. So there's like serious consequences. If you die, you need to respawn in the fucking... paramedics need to come pick you up. Actual paramedics, not the AI, like people, need to come pick you up. Yes, it's great, bro. It's funny as fuck. Take you to the hospital. An actual player who plays the doctor needs to come to you and interact with you and like type the shit, you know, emote, do some emotes and shit. I putting gauze on your fucking festering wound and shit like that, you know. Oh, and the other guy needs to. Oh, it hurts.
Come on, it's a guy that stands next to him and just yells, "Clear!"
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that even celebrities are noticing it. You know, it's a big thing. It's a big deal, and it's bringing huge numbers to Twitch as well. Twitch is making a shit ton of money from this category. And yeah, that's it. Don't even know how we came to that subject, to be honest.
We were talking about the open world experience of a Rockstar game.
Oh yeah.
And
Sorry.
I said, and I stupidly said GTA 1, and that sent you on
a rampage. Yeah.
Yes, on a rampage, exactly. That would be sufficient word.
You haven't finished RDR2 yet, right?
No.
How?
Dude, I'm on chapter 2.
What the shit? Holy fuck, bro! So, and you're already sick of animations?
Depends which.
I mean,
only the poker one.
Oh, okay. The poker, because you've probably been playing a shit ton of poker, haven't you?
And listen, this is I was telling you then, the best poker experience I've had from a game.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not into poker, but even I understood it. It's well made.
I'm telling you from my
well
perspective. It's like the people that wrote the script for the poker game.
Right.
Like they knew what they were doing in poker game wise.
Yes.
You know, I've played my share of Hold'em.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And I've read some books about it, and I've been in some real tournaments and whatever. So I know the classifications of the loose aggressive or tight passive or tight passive or whatever.
Right.
And all the designations and the cards that you hold and not and M ratio and whatever. And all these things are evident in the game. It's like different players have different personalities.
Okay, I get it.
It's like most games is like a generic two personalities or something for the AI. No,
Yeah.
There's different personalities, and when you watch them play, if you pay attention to their hands, they are consistent with their personality. So you know the type of player and how to beat them. I've cleaned up for now every poker table I set it.
How many towns have you visited already? Like, have you been to a huge town yet?
I don't know, it's
City?
huge.
Have you been to an actual city yet?
Don't think so.
Oh, you got so much poker to do,
course.
bro. You've got so much poker to do yet.
Great.
There's so much poker in your future, bro.
That's awesome.
You're gonna make a lot of money from it. Then that's nice. I made most of my money in that game, if I remember correctly, from
Five finger fillet.
with heists and no, not five. No, I was shit. I was pretty
No,
bad.
I'm a good guy. I don't do crimes.
What? You're a fucking. You're in a criminal group. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
I'm an honorable crook.
That's fine, but you're
I
still.
help damsels in distress.
Sure, but you're still.
People that are getting robbed by other people, I save them.
Oh man.
And don't rob them after.
I don't want to spoil anything to you because it's very story heavy. But the game is you get sent to do some bad shit.
Exactly. So, that's some of my gripes with it. That
Oh, you haven't seen shit yet, bro. This game turns very dark, my man.
my character has already done some murders that I'm not happy with. I have a bounty of $300 on my head in West Elizabeth, which I'm now working very hard to pay the bounty so I can fucking hide there again.
Oh, fuck, bro. I'm just imagining you playing this game and fucking raging, bro, because I know what's coming to you. I know the shit that your character is going to go through, and you're going to fucking hate it, bro. You're gonna rage. I can see you like sitting like you know your head, like your bald head starting to redden, you know, and glistening from sweat, and the fucking gripping the controller so hard it's starting to creak. Yes, your veins are popping. What are they doing to me? I don't want to do that. I'm an honorable criminal. Nah, bro, you're gonna do some bad shit, bro. You're gonna do some bad shit in this game. It's inevitable. You know, there's nothing you can do. Inevitable. Yeah, sorry. It is exactly what it is.
Yeah, like I said, $300 bounty, which I'm now working very hard to pay back. So I can set foot in West Elizabeth again after murdering some 500,000 lawmen.
Oh my god, so you're already down to that path, bro.
Just so fucking Micah could get a fucking pistol
Micah,
from some woman.
Oh my god,
I hate that person.
Oh, Micah.
I fucking hate him. I got him out of jail now, and I seriously, no, I haven't...
Spoilers, by the way. Story spoilers, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
For RDR2, it's an old game now. We're talking a bit spoilers. If you don't want to listen to this part, skip it. Yeah, so keep talking.
Anyway, I'm just saying a speculation because I haven't seen it yet, but I am positive 150% I'll have to bust him out of jail at least 3 more times.
Oh, you have no idea what's coming with that fucking piece of shit.
Wow, and it's like, you know...
He's such a good, the voice actor though, he's doing such a great job.
All the voice actors
are amazing. It's really high quality.
Arthur Morgan is done amazing.
One of the best protagonists, one of the best voiced protagonists in the history of gaming. Hands down.
Very convincing.
Top 5 in my book. Top 5. And a very complicated character, by the way. As the game goes on, you'll figure it out more and more. Very good, complicated character. The story is great, even though it's bleak. It's still great, man. It's very engaging. You'll enjoy that. If you like fucking, I don't know how someone who doesn't love westerns cannot not enjoy the game, because it's such living a fantasy of being a cowboy in almost a full way, you know what I mean?
Bro, I was never a westerns or spaghetti movies
you weren't?
fan. No.
Okay.
I like them like any other movies. I've seen westerns. I've seen many westerns.
Right.
But they're not my...
Cup of tea?
Yeah. Saying something is not a cup of tea means that you'd rather not, engage it unless you have to. It's not the case.
There are westerns that you like.
Yes. I'm just saying... I look at them under the same scope as any other movie genre. That's what I mean. They're another movie genre to me. Yeah. And they're all... I expect the same from all of them.
I get it.
You know? And I still enjoy the game a lot.
Well, so...
It's still very immersive.
So, yes.
As long as they immerse you in a world, who cares? Real world, not real world.
You know what? It doesn't... So let me... You know what? You're right. Let me rephrase what I said before. It's not only people who love westerns who will surely enjoy the game. It's also people who love history, I feel like. Because the game is very accurate historically.
Yes.
In everything that you show, the weaponry, the technology of the time, the things they wear, everything is very and it's a big part of the game as well.
And I'm loving it.
Yes, that's part that I can see you really loving.
I'm loving it. I'm reading all the information they give you, and it's snippets that you can see that are factually checked. You know, it's great. The map looks very authentic.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I believe them that the Dakota River looks like that. I believe them. I've never been. I believe them.
I'm sure it's changed a bit since then, but I guess it's the same.
Oh, come on. As an environmentalist, I pass next to those oil companies there with the guards, and I'm like, oh, motherfuckers, they know they're about to explode. Cars don't exist yet. It's 20 more years, but they know they're about to explode. They're watching that gold very well. People are prospecting in the water, and those companies are like, the gold is here.
And you're just in chapter 2 right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. How many hours do you think you've played the game by now?
1 million.
No, really? Do you know?
Do you understand that you're talking to a person that immersion is everything to him?
Bro, I also take it slow. I can spend, maybe not as slow as you.
I can spend 5 hours hunting fucking rabbits.
I spent a lot of time hunting, bro. That's probably the thing that I love to do most.
So with an amazing time waster like that, I can be 25 hours into the game and
But
want
you
2%
need to be
store.
careful. That's my only problem with open world games. All of them has this problem.
What, that I will get tired of it?
Yes, that if you invest too many hours in the early chapters before even many of the other shit starts happening,
Yeah.
and many people, all of a sudden new options in the map open up for you that you didn't know were even there. But then you say, wait, but I already wasted so many hours killing everything over there or taking everything I need there. That's something that's an issue for me because I play games like that. I like clearing an area and finishing all of it and only then moving to the next chapter, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a seasoned open world player. So even though I like, you know, when I played World of Warcraft, sure, I'd like to clear an area of quest before I moved on.
Mm-hmm.
But in open world games like this, I know better.
Okay, yeah.
I know better because you get moved around all the time.
Yeah.
So I in these cases, these kind
Enjoy
of
the
games.
games. Don't let me.
Exactly. No, but this is the thing.
Deter
These
you.
are story-driven games,
Yes,
and
yes.
they are designed this way.
Yes.
So I'm letting the designers lead me.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
I trust
You're
them.
in good hands. You're in good
I
hands.
trust them.
In the,
I let them
Rockstar
lead
really are
I'm
the
dabbling,
masters.
you know. I realize that the yellow ones are story and the white ones are not, and I'm doing a bit of this and a bit of that. You know, I'm sampling.
Yeah, there's a reason that company made their whole fucking money from that franchise. I'm not talking like RDR2. I'm talking like the whole fucking open world Rockstar experience. Basically, they are the granddaddies of that thing. You know what I mean? And in many ways, they made it like the genre that it is today. Like so many companies made basically GTA copies. Some of them very good, some of them shit.
I've never encountered a game with these save mechanics and
Oh, I'm not talking about RDR. I'm talking about the GTA. What about the save mechanics pisses
Come
you
on.
off? Can you expand?
I save somewhere,
Yeah.
okay, and then I go do something, and then I want to load because I'm unhappy with something,
Right.
and I show up in a completely different part of the world, viewing the sun or something.
I'm trying to remember. I never had issues with the fucking saving or loading with Rockstar games ever. I'm trying to figure out what's pissing you off about it.
Because I'm accustomed to the classic save load scheme. I save
Like
and when
F5, F9, F5, F9, like F5 save, F9 reload.
Sure.
Usually, not always.
Yeah, sure. But when I press the
Quick save,
F9,
quick load.
when I press the F9, my character appears exactly where I saved it. Carrying and doing exactly what I'm fucking doing when I saved. You know?
What's the issue? I don't understand. What?
Because things suddenly change a bit, and this is weird for
What
me.
changed? Can you give me an example? I literally can't fucking remember, bro.
I hunted one of the legendary bear. Thing.
Okay.
It's, in the beginning with Hosea.
Yes, I remember.
And,
That I remember.
And unluckily for me, as I was carrying that legendary pelt, and it's fucking at the entrance to the bear place, not like and I don't know.
The game crashed?
No, not at all. I had a random encounter.
Oh, okay.
And those random encounters, I don't know if they're designed to be in specific places or they really are random. I don't know. But that random encounter had me take a lamb damsel in distress on my horse to somewhere. If I want to be nice to her.
And you left the...
Yes, because I couldn't take the fucking pelt and her together.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Fucking sit the bitch on the fucking pelt.
It's not
Make
that
her
realistic.
wear the thing with the blood on it. I don't care.
The game is not that realistic, bro. Come on.
You know, so and I was, you know, I respect that the game wants to be realistic, so I was, you know, I took the pelt, I went to some bush, I hid it, you know, I didn't leave it on the road, I put it on some hole somewhere, I don't know. I went with her, I took her there, I came back, the pelt wasn't there, of course. I went to the bear, but the bear body was still there skinned. So I was like, what the fuck is the pelt?
Okay, I know. Now I know what you're talking about. And
Okay,
then it appears in your
load.
fucking camp, right?
No, it's gone. I don't know where it is.
It is. It's in your camp.
No, it's not. I loaded. It's not at the camp. When I read on the Reddits, they say it's at the trapper's inventory.
Oh, yeah.
But if I go there, I lost the money that I would have gotten for it when I give it to him.
Oh, that I did not know.
Okay? Which is annoying.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So you reload.
When you reload, you appear somewhere else, like back in your camp or some other predetermined spawn point that they want.
So the spawn
and
points.
the quest is suddenly finished.
the spawn points. It's that when you die, you spawn in camp. That's the thing.
No, but even if you load, you spawn somewhere. It's you don't appear where you saved. You appear in the spawn. That's the thing. You always appear at the spawn point.
Yes, you appear at the spawn point. So like if there's
So you can save progress like you climbed somewhere or whatever.
No, so that's okay. Okay, finally I understand what the fuck you're talking about. The saving mechanics of the Rockstar games are a bit different from most other open world games, where they usually, not all of them, usually allow you to quick save or save at any moment without having to be limited by spawn points / camps, whatever you want to, fireplace, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that bothers you. Okay.
No, but also if you load at the middle of a quest that has some sort of sequence,
right?
It jumps over objectives. It's like it finishes it, or at least this is what I encountered.
Right. It could be. Yeah. It's. I haven't ever considered that as an issue, maybe because I'm so used to that from previous games. But I can see why someone who hasn't played a game like that before can have issues with that. I think part of the reason they did it like that is to have a bit higher fear and tension for your life when you're in a combat situation or in a life-risking situation. I guess that's the design thought behind it.
Wow. That game is realistic to a fucking fault.
Yeah,
with the balls of
shrinking
balls of the whole. Come on. What are you talking about? The fear for your life? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what happens to my heart in an ambush of the O'Driscolls? When they start shooting you from everywhere,
it's
and
an O'Driscoll boy.
Yeah, and you run for cover. You're like motherfuckers when you're wounded, and you wonder what to do first.
Such a greedy game, bro. Everyone is cursing and
you're telling me the fucking save point is
that's part of the game, you know. That's part of what makes it so fucking intense, I guess. But I get it. I think you'll get used to it.
I'm already used to it.
You're only in chapter 2. You'll get a lot of time. You get used to it.
But it's still...
I get it. This is exactly why I want to hear your perspective of the game.
It's something that I don't like, you know?
It's fine. And I get it. And I even understand you 100%. And this is exactly why I wanted to hear you talk about the game. Because you always... Like you said, we have usually the same general opinion about games, but our perspectives about them are usually different. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, our tastes are very defined and
you like different.
It's like a Venn diagram.
Yeah,
we have some.
Yeah, of course. We both agree that the graphics are great. The voice acting.
No, like a Venn diagram on the games we like.
Oh yeah.
There are games that we both like, and there are games
I'm also talking about the things inside the games of what.
Sure.
Like
we usually agree.
But I'm talking about the fact that you're very specific. You're talking about stuff that I haven't even considered.
Sure.
Because you came from a fresh perspective to the game, and I like that. That's exactly why.
Super fresh.
That's
never ever a Rockstar game ever.
Yeah, so that's exactly why I really thought I want to talk about it. We're 1 hour in. I think we can take a break, drink something.
Sure.
Get re-thingy, and do another one. See you later.